Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to our Momentum Makers meeting here. I'm Julie Diebendale, and I am a one-star director here with my husband, Knut Diebendale. And
One star executive even.
one-star executive, sorry, one-star executive. Oh, I've been corrected already. There you go.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. I've been dealing with directors all day, so there you go. But yeah, we're one-star executives. Um, yes, so I want to welcome you all. This is our week 3 of our week 4 process with these meetings. So as we have here, patch, invite, duplicate, we also are in the middle of a 90-day run. This is how we build our business. And as I said, we have a 4-week plan. We've got some exciting things happening. At the moment, we've got a product introduction bonus on, which is a double bonus scheme, so it's really exciting. And then we've got the incentive trip, which will be announced in the next few weeks. Tonight we're going to focus on the launch strategy mainly, but we've always got other great things. So I'd like to introduce my husband, Knut, and we've been building this business for 4 years now. It's pretty exciting. We love LifeWave, we love the technology. So Knut, would you like to run this one?
No, I'm just looking at something else. Off you go, Medea.
Okay, so for you to come on and watch this, whether you're on a recording or you're here live, you've got to ask yourself, why are you really here? I know why I'm here, because I want to build a passive income, and I don't want to have to go and see my boss ever again. Really, literally. I want to be traveling. I want to have, a house that I just pay cash for, etc. That's what drives me every day. The surface answer, I want to make extra money. I mean, what does it really look like when this really works? What does a Tuesday morning feel like when you don't have to get up or you don't have to be anywhere that you do not want to be? So I know that Will's on here. So Will, what would that be like for you if you woke up on a Tuesday and you didn't have to go to the post office, right? Unless you just wanted to say hello to everybody, but you had that money coming into your bank account instead because of the work that you've done, right, from this business. So same for Louise. Look, if she doesn't have to go and do all these other great things that I know that she likes doing, but I'm sure if she had the money in her bank account, she'd be like, oh, well, I'll be a bit more picky, right? Because we do like to meet lots of people as well. But anyhow, you do turn up here for a reason. I like to have all my credit cards paid off. It can be a bit annoying, but without flinching about, oh my gosh, I've had to pay all that, now I don't have any money for something else that I want. I love we love traveling. So I would like to go 5-star without having to look at the price and worry about it. Waking up and choosing how your day begins, that's, what I like to do. That feeling, that is your why. So I've got my CIO here. So okay. I've got this new...
Can you turn off your share for a second?
Sorry?
Can you turn off your share?
Oh, I've just got to fix something here. Sorry. What have we got? We got applaud. Oh, that was easy. Okay. Hi, Deborah.
It's still hanging up.
Oh, that's better than.
Hi, Julie.
Hi. Hi. Sorry, I just had a technical. I have my CIO here to fix a couple of things. Yeah, good to see you, Deb. I'll just keep going for now. So I was in the middle of talk. So what we were saying is, well done on coming. I mean, why are you really here? We have bigger goals for when we come on these meetings, when we give up a little bit of a time with our family, but, we've got a common goal for where we're driving. That feeling of waking up and choosing how your day begins and you don't have worries about finances, that is your why. So just want to be clear. Getting clarity makes everything so much easier as well.
Right.
So just talking about the 90-day run. So we work this business in 90-day segments. So you get 4 a year and then 90 days. So we go for the 2020. There's 20 left, 20 people left, 20 people right. So it starts with 5 left, 5 right, 10 left, 10 right, and you just build on it. And you get to the 2020, and that really helps you to find people that want to do something, because not everybody is ready to run straight away, right? Some people are, and that's why we like to have this 48-hour rule. But when you start putting in more people, that's when you're going to find the people that want to run now. So 90 days of focused, consistent action will change your business and your life. Week 1, we went over list building. So network marketing is your network, is your net worth. So just recapping on that, your list is everything. I've been going through my list the last couple of weeks again, and I've been going through texting people a great text that I found the other week, and getting some great results across the team with that text. So if you like texting or calling, you've got a warm list, you can call people. I mean, I have people that are very, it's easy for me to call them. I can talk to them about this. That's fine. Other people you might want to text and then get a call in. It just, talk to your upline about that. But definitely build and work your list. Keep adding people to your list. So
Where's Loki?
Sorry, I'm interrupted again. And sorry, I've got dogs and husbands running around here. Somebody's not happy. So patches on hand, find the right people, have patches on hand so that you can patch them, and then follow up. A big one is no does not mean no. I actually had a lady last week who I sat down with who's great. She will come in this to build it. She's not ready. But she said, do you know that saying no doesn't mean no? And I said, yes, I do. And she says, that's me right now. I'm just not ready, but I think I'll be ready in a little while. And I went, oh, okay. So we just have to teach you that so that you don't get frustrated with some people. But keep in touch with people. Last week, we had vital signs. We were talking about vital signs. So how many people are showing the business in your business, right? Showing the opportunity. How many people are on auto ship? Just things like that, so that we know, like how many people are coming to the functions. That's a big indicator of how you run it like a small business. So how many people have samples of Eon and X39 prepared and ready, and really having a launch strategy is really how we want to go. We don't really have to go around with our patch bag and try to find people and all that. It takes a long time. Launches, find people. So your list is, huge. And then when people come in that want to build, their list is huge as well. So we just find people. We were just talking to Louise before we went live here, and she was saying that, who are the people looking for extra money? Who are the people that want a change of their story? And then this week, we're covering launching with purpose, right? So that's extra money seekers. Again, what is your vision for your business? But the launching one, you can get a number of people in quickly. You've got people to work with, and then you can do another launch and another launch. People rank up, they get paid, and they're excited. So, and next week we've got the 4-week run at the end. So then we're just talking about duplicating that down line. And then a 90-day finish, which we're still rolling into that. We may have some more announcements next week. All right, I'll move along. Canute, did you want to just talk about this text? You're muted.
Okay, now I'm not. So remember, everything here is that we have to be within compliance. So there are certain words that we cannot use directly. With the advent of the cell adjust morning, we can now begin to say that we are working with stem cells, but there is a specific wording and phrasing for that as well. So this text that you see on the screen, take a screenshot on it. Cheryl was using this on Thursday last week. And she texted between 8:30 and 9, and she had 7 guests on the Zoom that night from that text message. And I don't know whether it was just sent out to 7 people or whether it was sent out to more, but 7 people showing up is a very, very, very encouraging number.
And can I just say that I don't even know if she sent it to that many people, but the people she sent it to then sent it to people they thought would like it as well. So,
all right.
We have this in Telegram. It's on Telegram at the top as well. And you can just copy it. And I'm there. I'm on a Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. on DYB Zoom for half an hour or so. You can come on. I'll help you with your list. I'll help you with texting, calling, whatever you need to move your business, get people onto Zooms. And Thursday as well. Okay. So the launch party strategy. All right. So we've got here launch party within 48 hours of signing up. This is ideal because LifeWave have a lot of bonuses for people that they can get started quickly. They're leaving money on the table the longer they wait to have a launch party. Now, saying that, some people take a little bit of time to get sorted out to have a party at home, right? We understand that. So we can do a launch Zoom with the people that they love early on. They can have their party, a week or two later, because it just takes a little bit. But yeah, definitely trying to break through and get through them as soon as possible is a great skill to acquire. And it's somebody you love. Who's somebody you love, right? Or 4 people that you love. Let's get them in, because people see money in their bank account and everything changes after that. So I just carrying on from that, energy and excitement are what we want to have people be at. Strike while it's hot. The warm market is primed. Their friends and family just heard the news. They're curious. So that window closes fast. So I'll use Cheryl as an example. She texted out on Thursday. The Zoom was on Thursday night. She used those lines, and then people text their friends. So some other people came on as a result as well. So that's kind of what we're talking about here. It's like, oh, I just found this and I got this great result. We've got a Zoom on tonight. Can you come on? Type of attitude, right? And then belief builds fast. So seeing real people, well, we're talking about a launch event. So whether it's a Zoom or in person, seeing real people show up at a launch event creates instant social proof that someone else is here and wow, this must be pretty good kind of mindset. We have binary gets locked in with intention. So early placements are strategic placements. So I know when Deb first came in, we were like, oh, we need to put this one here and this one here. There is a strategy behind this so that you get more binary bonuses. So as you go through along to 1-star, 2-star director, this will become a lot easier to see. But the first 48 hours, getting 2 to 4 people in is really a great skill to adopt as you're leading your teams. Duplication starts here. When you model the launch party system, your new builder learns by doing and repeating it. So this is good. I get to meet Canute, hopefully. So when I say that, it's like we have a launch party, I believe, this Saturday. So this is the lady's first launch party with us. That's what she sees. We've been planning it with her and her sponsor. So that's what she sees. And then she says, oh, well, that's what we do. We repeat it. So that is perfect. And that's modeling the duplication model. Is there any questions on that? Okay, I will move on. All right, so how to run it, a home event or a Zoom. Now, if you're not up to running the Zoom, you can go to your upline and ask, right? So everyone here, people on the recording, you know, we all know who can do the Zooms, but I know Louise is on here. She can help with that. We do it. And when you come on, you know, take notes so that you can skill up and also run it, because once you're running the Zoom yourself, it's your business, right? And you can run them anywhere, and then people will duplicate you as well that are in your team. So in a home event, you know, it says invite 5 to 15 warm contacts. It just depends on how big is your list, what is your life like in terms of people, how big is your home or your area of where you want to host the party. You can keep it casual. If it's a small amount of people, it can be around a kitchen table. A few more extra, lounge room, living room. So, you know, sorry, that's my Australianism there, lounge room. So we like to say 30 minutes for a small gathering. For the bigger gatherings, obviously it takes a little bit longer than that. But we've just got something simple here. Have small amount of snacks. We don't really want to have people that are going to be eating during the presentation. So you set it up usually later after the presentation. So then we have some time to talk with them. But yeah, have some water available. Because you're the host, you share your story and you demonstrate the patch while you're sharing your story to your friends. So they want to hear how you've been affected and how it's improved your health. Very important. And very important for the host to be focused and watching the event as well. So you can point to an upline or a tool. So we don't have to be the knowledge of everything about the patch, right? I have great testimonials. People don't sit there going, I want to know all about this patch and you have to tell me, right? We have it on slides and we have tools to send to people so that they can look at what they need. And then also we need to have order forms, and, you know, wholesale links too. Yeah, I would, if I'm at a launch, I would really like to have the order forms rather than giving them a link, unless they do it right there and then, because it can be a little convoluted. Did you want to take over from this and do the Zoom event?
Well, really what it boils down to, everything, trying to roll this ball forward as quickly as possible. So, for example, if someone registered on a Sunday, chances are that they ain't going to be able to do an in-home on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Therefore, the speed that we now roll this forward, yourself as you develop your own leadership skills as well. If you don't have a Zoom account, you can run Zoom meetings up to 40 minutes without having to pay for nothing. So again, work on the fast format, 30 minutes, share the story, and let us know so we can come in and help if you're beginning at the business. Once you gain your confidence, but absolutely run it on your own. But invite people to the other Zooms that we have, because this will actually allow people to meet us, meet the rest of the team, and we're moving things forward. The reason why we're kind of highlighting this is that if we have someone who registers, say today's Sunday, registers on a Sunday, and nothing happens with that team for that person in 2 weeks, you're going to lose them. Because we operate typically on 24, 72 hours to get something happening and someone being joined underneath them so they can see that this system is working. And if we're not working on that, we're doing ourselves and especially our new brand partners a disservice. We really do. So anyone who comes in and registers, I mean, I had one guy in Texas. It took me a better part of 3 weeks to get him in from just meeting him. But have I ever been able to get him on a Zoom again afterwards? No. He registered on an advanced package. Yeah, great. But right, he's the head of a big church outside Dallas, and he wants to run it for him and his wife. Now he's 62, and I'm going, surely there will be someone in your sphere of influence that are having some, shall we say, some challenges. Why don't we run this in parallel so you two or you three or you four can actually compare scorecards, so to speak? And we're not really going to jump on a plane and fly to Dallas for 1 or 2 or 3 people. That's why we also want to use a Zoom event, right?
Right.
All right, next.
And this is a game of patience, and you just keep moving. And when people are ready, they come back to you. So who to call first? Building your guest list. So the hot list, the people that already know you, trust you, and have shown interest in health or income. These are your fastest yes people. Aim for 3 to 5 names minimum. So this is when you sign someone up and they're talking to you about it, right? So my example, when I came in, when I got patched, had a fantastic result, I had 10, 15, 20 people in my head who I knew would be interested in this. Just because I know that they have injuries and all that through my tennis. Well, there's actually more than that in terms of people. So you've got to get your brain into a point where some people say they don't know anyone. I go, that is not true, right? You've just got to think a little bit outside the box of, okay, what do my friends not like doing? Having to go to a practitioner or massage therapist 4 times a month, etc. Right? So they're the people. 2, a warm list. So neighbours, gym contacts, former colleagues, friends, anyone who will take your call. Don't prejudge, let them decide. So we've got a lot of examples about that in our team. Don't prejudge. Because it's kind of like the people that you think are going to build it don't, and the people that you don't think are going to build it do. So it's something just to be non-emotional about. New connections, someone who you met recently who expressed a need. So we were on a meeting yesterday from This Is It with Renita Brannon. She gave us a step-by-step guide to be able to hit this number 3 pretty well. If you're confident and you want to get something done, you'll be very interested in these steps. But momentum is your best recruiting tool. You want to get that 2020 done in the 90-day period for sure. Canute, did you want to say anything?
Everything starts with what you have in your hand. Remember this. Someone said this to me very, very early on in my career in network marketing. And they basically said, if you have the recipe to the biggest and the best chocolate cake in the world, or cream cake, or whatever, then number one, you can only offer them a slice. And if they go out and say, nah, okay, that just means that they don't like chocolate cake. It doesn't mean that they don't like you.
Yeah.
So,
curiosity you're looking for.
Pardon?
Looking for curiosity.
Well, we're covering the invites in a second. So, if you can go to the next one.
Mm-hmm. This is straight out of the page 48, by the way.
So the long and the short of it is we're going to put some of these invites on. You can find them on the thisisit.team.com website under the 10-step system, and step 5. They're all written there. Why do I know that? Because I go there all the time. I don't have to think about it. What should I say here? What should I say there? There's one person that I haven't quite figured out how to talk to yet. I bumped into a guy. I was buying myself lunch, I think it was yesterday, and he had this something around his neck, and I commented on it, and he goes, "How did you know that?" Basically, it looked like the hammer of Thor. It's called Mjolnir. And I said to him, I just asked him, "Is this Mjolnir?" And he goes, "Yes, how do you know that?" So we got into a long protracted story. It turns out that he's a bankruptcy attorney here in Tallahassee. Lovely guy, lovely wife. Haven't quite figured out how I'm going to approach him, but it will happen in the next 24 hours.
He might
So-
know a few people that are looking for some income, Knut.
Well, if you're in bankruptcy, it's a little bit too late for that.
Right.
It's a little bit too late for that. Okay, but this is the message I got back from the guy. Look forward to long chat sometime soon. Health and wealth to you and yours. That's how he signed off his text message to me. I'm going, okay, this guy sounds like he'd be up to something. But everything comes back to your energy. Are you leaning forward in a harness? Or are you taking a step back, or just not really leaning into it and trying to pull this wagon forward? For all of us, it's what is it that we so much want? And if we could say to ourselves, let's say I can put aside, I don't know, 3 hours, 4 hours a week on this. That's not extraordinary, is it? It's just, no. But it's the same thing. I mean, if you don't spend 3 or 4 hours in the gym on a weekly basis, guess what? You ain't going to build any muscles.
Right. Right.
Right?
Right.
If you want to run a marathon, well, you got to run more than 3 or 4 hours a week. But this is really what you want to hang it on. And how quickly you can run it. Because let's say we now have an in-home meeting and there's 20 people there. We can't afford to let people fall through the cracks. Whomever registered there and then, well, those are the ones we would like to get started and have another Zoom, or we book a meeting from a meeting, bam, fam. We roll it forward, we roll it forward, we roll it forward. But there's also time that has to be taken to follow up the people who came but who didn't register. Maybe they want to come in on the back end, they want to come in on a Zoom, hear it again. Maybe they just want to be a preferred client, preferred customer. But it is work involved, and we can't afford to drop the ball, having spoken with people, having some sort of interest, having built a little bit of rapport, and then being able to move forward. Now, I'm not saying that all 3, 5, 7 of the people who are brand partners or at the meeting are all going to follow up with a person. Now, let's do it smart. But if you're running this as a Zoom for yourself, then you yourself, well, you know them, they came on a Zoom, but set up the 3-way call with your brand partner above you, or the person who introduced you. Get a little bit of activity going. So, for example, in a meeting, it would maybe be wise then to say, "Hey, I know we're busy. There's a lot of things going on. What's a good time to catch up with you? How about tomorrow or on Tuesday, sometime in the afternoon or evening? Does that work for you? Maybe about 15, 20 minutes on a Zoom, and we'll see where we are and what you think the next steps will be." But get that commitment, and move it on. Because without it, it's like any other business. If you don't have a daily deliberate action, nothing is going to really move yourself forward.
Right.
Back to you, Julie.
So I mentioned this a couple of times from Renita yesterday. She's a 2-star presidential. She wants to go to 3-star presidential. They are working it big time. She mentioned this on the meeting, and it's for people that are just starting. So for Deborah, I would say you've got a lot of new people, right? So this line, is really cool for confident people, right? Hey, I just got started with this incredible business model. This innovative technology just won the Biotech Breakthrough Award for Stem Cell Innovation. I'm so excited. I'm on a journey of learning so much about this, and I want you to join me on this journey, right? And that's the way I want it. I'll explain that in a second. So I really like this. It doesn't really... She was talking about people that come in, but their friends and colleagues don't know them as a big health advocate. But they've had an experience with X39 and they're kind of like, oh, I need to know everything now, right? But they don't have to know everything now because people don't know them as being a health advocate, if that makes sense. So Renita gave us a couple of lines, but I like this one. That people can just learn to say this. I just got started with this incredible business. It's an innovative technology that just won the Biotech Breakthrough Award for Stem Cell Activation. I'm on a journey of learning so much, and I want you to join me on this journey. It's friends, right? Friends, family, whatever. But I really like it because it's not saying, oh, I'm this, you know, I need to know all this stuff before I talk to people, right? And then you can edify people, like come on and meet the people that, you know, they've been in it for years. They know a lot more than me. But, you know, it's just getting people into that space. And then we have, you know, more lines. It's, you know, I knew you'd be interested, etc. The reason I called, I just came across a technology that reactivates your own stem cells. There was a very lucrative business plan. I like the stem cell. I like the Biotech Award. I mean, it's pretty cool. We have other powerful openers. Pick what fits you. If I could show you a way that would accelerate your dreams or goals, would you be interested? Have you ever looked at ways of earning some serious income? I know Louise uses those. I know Louise says, do you know you have to have you need to have a plan B? Or what options have you looked at for a plan B? I mean, all these things. But Renita really came across as she asks questions all the time. Ask questions of people and find out what their need is. So then you can use these lines. Are you able to take advantage of an opportunity if it came your way? Do you ever look at ways to improve your health and develop alternative ways of earning income? I've just said maybe something like that. Do you ever look at other holistic technologies or something? And I've had people go, oh yeah, share it with me. And I mean, you kind of think, oh, how did they know? But yeah, people, you know, when you have a relationship or you're good at relationship skills, it's amazing what they tell you. Did you want to say anything, Knut?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Okay. So when you have all these lines, you know, I call it cold prospecting, right? You're at a restaurant, or you meet people at the store. You go in there all the time, right? You kind of know them, but they're still cold. So we got these points from Renita. I always loved to edify, you know, Renita Brennan and her family. She's saying, listen and always lead with love. Ask questions and let them talk first. 2, you see the need. So a health miracle, wealth miracle, you'll hear it quickly. So I was speaking, I met a girl, a cold prospect in Vegas when I was there a couple of months ago. She's, you know, really had a great results with the patches, been trying to close her ever since, but she has a need. She's working a lot of days. So I used a couple of lines on her. She actually, they actually worked today. So I used a couple of lines from last night. I'll have to write them up because there were so many.
We're going to drop these lines on a page on our website where it's going to be activate the stem cells.com/invites.
Yeah.
And it will just be a page or two, just with text. You pick and choose the ones you want.
And how to get to that as well, right? How to get to that you can say that. So
And don't, that's okay. Don't complicate it. Don't end up in analysis by paralysis where you just sit there and you think, and should I use this or should I use that? Simple as that.
So I used it. I just thought I had, this lady knows who I am, right? So I just said to her, "My goodness, April, you're such an amazing worker. You do get things done, my friend. Do you absolutely just love your job? What would you rather be doing?" Because every time I speak to her, so busy. I don't get a day off. I haven't got time. All of this. And then I said, in 3 years from now, are you still going to be doing the same thing? So, and we are here for you. So I was coming back. So she actually came back. "Thank you so much. I seriously haven't had one day off. I'm working, etc." So I kind of put in there that she needs to look after herself, etc. But I do have all the points. It's just going to take too long to go through them right now. But the 4 points here: hear it, see the need by asking a couple of questions. She said you ask like 3 questions. You don't need to go back 7 times. Share briefly that you have something that they might be interested in, and then you send them a link. You inspire but not overwhelm, and then you bam-fam them. So like, can I get your number and I'll send you some information. And as Canute just said, look, you're excited now, so let's book a time tomorrow and I'll be able to give you a call. So yeah, I love that bam-fam. Bam-fam everything. Every time you talk to people, I love it. And at the end of the day, so week 3, have your list ready. Always be adding to your list. Sort out the list. Again, what I mentioned about being healthy. Who are people that love to have new health things to try? Some people are like, oh, I try anything that's holistic, right? And wealth seekers. I know Deborah had a guy last week and he's a wealth seeker more than a health seeker. But anyway, he's doing his due diligence at the moment, and I'm sure he's going to come up trumps because we know LifeWave's nice and strong. So that's excellent, Deborah. Keep going with that, because when you can find these people that want to seriously get stuff done, that's a winner. Make some calls. I'm going to be there on Tuesday and Thursday because the Zooms are on that night. Happy to help you, give you some lines. I'll have all these Renita ones all done up by then. I just haven't had, I'm not allowed to say I haven't had time, but I need a bit of time just to get them organised. Book someone in to patch with X39. I've got one lady I've got to call tomorrow and we're going to set up a time, so I'm ahead of the game. Prepare your testimonial. We've got a launch next Saturday, and I know some people on this call are going to be there. Practice your testimonial. Be ready. It's going to be a 2-minute testimonial. Just practice it so that you can hit the ground running. And then be a 100% user. You want to work up to that. So we've got, I'm happy to announce we have a ladies and a men's wellness series. It's all about self-care using the LifeWave technology, and you're going to find out all about the different products. That's coming June 13 at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. We're going to run about 4 of them at the moment, little pilot program. Louise is going to be in it. I'm going to be running it as well, and then another director in my team is going to come on. So invite all your teams to that. I'll be sending out promos this week, and then you can learn what in LifeWave can I use that I'm probably paying for outside, and using what you should be using in your own business. So pretty exciting stuff. All right. Oh, that's the end of that. Okay. All right. There we go. Have we got any other questions? So, I'll turn off the recording.